Hey guys, GED student Nicole from Facebook was needing a little bit of a division review. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. So nice, I'm glad that you recognize this is a division problem when it has a fraction bar. Fraction bar means exactly the same as our divided by symbol. In fact, that is how the divided by symbol, doesn't it look like a fraction? It looks like a number on top and then that line and then a number on the bottom. That's where that comes from. But be really careful, Nicole, you were getting a little mixed up with order. We read this top to bottom, 3,624 divided by 4. And if we were going to write it using this divide by symbol that you used, that is 3,624 divided by 4. Now that's a really different problem than 4 divided by 3,624 is a totally different thing. What you're saying here with this first one is take 3,624 things and divide them into 4 equal groups. Here it says to take only 4 things and divide it into 3,624 pieces. Your pieces would be so tiny, itty bitty little things. This is a totally different concept. Now, I know why you probably wanted to write it into that order. It's probably because your preferred method for division is what we refer to as long division. Long division is just a way of finding your answer, doing your work, organizing your work, but we use that little long division house there, that little, I don't even know what to call it, upside down L to kind of organize our work there. And when we do, we usually put the number 4 on the outside and 3,624 on the inside. But careful, this is different how I would read this. This is 4 divided into 3,624. And why does that matter so much? Well, knowing that we're dividing into right now is going to help us to understand here that it is not time to multiply. It's time to make groups. When I say 4 into a number, I'm asking how many groups of 4 does that number have within it? Okay, now I've got a wisdom principle for you. Drop down little lines between your digits and you won't make the most common error that students make on problems like this. And that is dropping zeros, okay? So let me show you what I mean. So first of all, 4, I'm supposed to go 1 digit at a time when I'm doing long division. But of course, if I only have 3 things, I can't make a group of 4. I don't have enough. So 4 doesn't go into 3. So there's nothing, there's no number. And a lot of teachers just won't write the 0, but I'm going to write it there as a placeholder because I want you to see that there's supposed to be a digit above each digit here. Okay, so now that I noted that 4 does not go into 3, now I can grab that whole number like you were doing. How many times does 4 go into 36? Now careful, I'm not saying what is 4 times 36. I'm saying how many groups of 4 are there in 36? Okay, and so now if you know your times tables, I'm basically asking myself 4 times what? Equals 36. But what's a girl to do if she doesn't know her times tables? A lot of teachers will tell you, well, you just can't do the GED unless you know your times tables. Not true, not true. When you don't know your times tables, you can do what everybody does. You can count by. It's basically repeated addition. That's all the times tables are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start counting by 4s. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I'm going to keep going until I get to 36 or right above it. So 22, 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 6, 2, 7, 28, 2, 9, 33, 1, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. And I counted by 4s. Now, how many times did I count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There were 9 4s in 36, so I'll put that 9 up there. Now you might be remembering multiplying because we do use multiplying right here. What we're doing is we're trying to figure out how much of that number we have left. But here's the deal. 9 times 4 is 36. We just used up the 46. It's gone. There's nothing of it left. Now your math teacher probably taught you to drop a digit then. After subtraction, you drop a digit. So I do that. But don't just keep dropping digits. You're supposed to go 1 digit at a time. We have to ask ourselves, how many times does 4 go into 2? Well, obviously, 4 doesn't go into 2. You know, if I start counting by 4s, boom, I'm already over 2. I just say 4 and I've got more than 2 already. So 4 goes into 2 0 times. Now that you've marked that place with a 0, now you may have another digit. And we're asking ourselves, how many times does 4 go into 24? Well, we already had 24 here, so let's count how many times that was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There were 6 4s in 24. And since 6 4s is exactly 24, I have no remainder and I'm done. This is my answer. How many groups of 4 are there in 3,624? There's 906. Okay, now you had one more that you wanted to do, and that one's a little trickier because 4 is a much nicer number to count by than 14s. So let's look at the next one. So 906. Okay, next one we have, you had 728 divided by 14. Okay, so once again, let's use the long division algorithm for this. And guys, by the way, long division is not the only way to divide. If there's anybody here who's always struggled with long division, there is also a method called partial quotient division, which I love. That might be great for you. But since most people use long division, I'll do that for this video. Okay, so again, I'm going to put my little dashes down here so I don't forget to go digit by digit. Now, 14 goes into 7 0 times. You know, 7 is not enough to make a group of 14. So I'm going to have to do 14 into 72. Now, I'm not going to count by 14s on my fingers. It's going to take too long, and there's a lot of chances for errors. So what I'll do instead is repeatedly add 14. Same basic idea. So 14 plus 14 gives me 28. That's 2 14s. Add in another 14. 4 plus 8 is 12. Carry. I get 42. That's 3 14s. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to keep going like that until I get real close to 72. 6, 5. Add another 14. And yes, I'm at 70. Now, I could add another 14, you know, but then that would give me too high, 84. So this is the fact that I need. Now, how many 14s was that, though? Because we're supposed to write up here on the top how many 14s that is. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I added up 5 14s, and that gave me 70. Now, I've got to take that 70 away because I've only used up 70, not 72. I'm going to take it out to see what's left of my 72. So 72 minus 70 is 2. And now you drop the next digit, 8. And now I ask myself, how many times does 14 go into 28? I start that procedure over again. Now, we already found that out. 28 was 1, 2 14s. So I put the 2 up here. 2 times 14 is 28, so I have no remainder. There's nothing left, and I'm done. My answer to this one is 52. Now, this was 2 quick examples, but if you are the person who struggles with long division, you're going to probably need more than 2 examples, and don't feel bad, like a lot of people struggle with long division. It is one of the most common struggles in math. My long division video, in fact, my full-length one, is the only video I've ever had that has a ton of views, you know. Just a lot of people are looking for that. So here's my recommendation to you. I recommend that you either do watch that full-length video on long division and get lots more practice so that this makes sense to you, or if you've tried long division and tried it a million times and you just can't make it click, try looking on YouTube. And I don't have any videos like this yet, but lots of good math teachers do. But try looking on YouTube for partial quotient division. It's a whole different way of dividing, and it can be easier for students who don't know their times tables as well. All right, if you have any questions about this or any other GED math concept, be sure to drop it in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer it.